This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is made possible by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected since 1934. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton. When it comes to real estate, there's no substitute for local knowledge. Shelton Highclimbers Football Booster Club, benefiting players in the Shelton High School football program by raising funds, organizing volunteers, and building community support. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health. Good evening and welcome to the football field on the campus of Rochester High School in Rochester, Washington. Tonight, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, continues coverage of Evergreen Conference football as the Rochester Warriors host the Shelton Highclimbers. My name is Dietrich Allen, and Jerry Apple will be joining us later in the broadcast. Both teams come into the game after winning their EVCO openers last week. Shelton beat Centralia 33-6, while Rochester slipped by Black Hills 24-22. The Highclimbers are 1-2 on the season, but the Warriors are undefeated at 3-0. Rochester's other wins are 49-8 over Seton Catholic on September 10th and 42-20 over R.A. Long to open the season. No record of the Climbers and Warriors playing each other in the last 20 years, but both teams are looking to build on last week's success. Coming up, we talk with Shelton coach Mark Smith. It's Evergreen Conference football, the Shelton Highclimbers at the Rochester Warriors. The game kicks off at 7 on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events, connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources, and connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Mason Health is partnering with Curative to provide no-cost shallow nasal COVID-19 testing. A testing kiosk is located outside 237 Professional Way in Shelton. Kiosk hours are 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays. Testing is available by walk-up or appointment. Test results are delivered electronically within 24 to 48 hours. Schedule an appointment at curative.com. You can find a link in the upper left-hand corner of masonwebtv.com. If you have any questions about COVID-19, symptoms, vaccines, or testing, please contact your provider's office. Welcome back to Rochester High School. Dietrich Allen here, and it is now time to talk with the coach. Wednesday, I had a phone conversation with Shelton football coach Mark Smith.
First win. How do you feel about it?
Well, the best thing about Friday night is waking up Saturday morning looking for a win and finding one. So, that's always a good feeling. So I'm proud of the boys. I'm proud of the program for getting that monkey off our back there a little bit. Find a way to win a football game.
So can you give us some details about your game plan against Centralia last week and how your team executed it?
Well, we really had to try to establish a running game. That was a focal point of emphasis. We put it on the O-line, we put it on the backs, we put it on the receivers blocking. And, when you can run the football, then good things are going to open up in other parts of your game. And, I thought we did that much, much better. And then I thought our quarterback play was much improved. Good decision-making process. We knew we needed to try to take shots down the field. And we did that, and we had some explosive plays there because that's really where our explosive plays are going to come from is in our pass game. Right now, we're not breaking off 40, 50-yard runs. So our explosive plays, we're going to have to take shots in the pass game to get some explosive plays there. So that was kind of our game plan. Establish a running game, downhill physical presence, and then take shots in our passing game and make good decisions with the football.
So your
defensively,
go ahead.
Defensively, our game plan was to make them throw the ball. We really needed to stop the run, and we did a really good job, except for that dang trap. Man, we were over-penetrating, and they were kicking us out. But I thought for the most part, we took care of the perimeter runs. We took care of the lead play. Only play we struggled with throughout the night was trap. And to go along with that, we struggled with them getting down into a stance quickly, like that was simulating a play, and we jumped offside way too many times. We had too many what I call undisciplined penalties, which are not effort penalties, but mental penalties. When I talk about undisciplined penalties, those are mental penalties. We had way too many of those. We need to fix those. But I thought defensively, they only scored one time. Unfortunately, again, it was on fourth down. And it was on 4th and 8. So now for 2 games in a row, the other teams only scored on 4th down. And they've only scored against our defense twice now. So, defensively, we're playing well enough to win football games and keep us in football games. So they executed the scheme there. We made a throw, and we knew they struggled in that area of throwing the football. I don't know if they completed a pass all night. I don't think they did. And I know they didn't try many. And then special teams, we have special teams to not beat us. Just do your job and execute in the special teams game.
So late in the game, you got some of the younger players some time on the field. How do you think they performed?
Well, not great. We talked about that. We talked about it at halftime. Listen, our anticipation is that everybody on this football team is going to get a chance to get some Friday Night Lights experience. And, we had a little bit of snap problems there. We had a little bit of mesh problems between the quarterback and the running back. And so our quarterback, I think, ended up having 12 rushes on the night or something like that, and that's not the way that was designed, but that was a lot due to broken plays or missed handoffs or bad decision making. So, gotta get better there.
Was the weather and the rain coming down a factor?
It's kind of crazy. Last year when I got here, when it rained, everybody got excited except for me. I come from Arizona for the last 20 years. It's beautiful weather every Friday night. Every practice, you have nice weather. Now, when I say nice, it may be 110 out, but we're not sitting there practicing in pouring down rain or playing games in pouring down rain. But everybody calls it climber weather, right? And I thought that the weather, our kids get excited for that stuff. Our program gets excited. And I try to go back to our day when I played here, and I'm like, man, the field was a mosh pit, and sloppy and muddy, but we embraced it. That's what we did, and it came back to me. And so, our kids, they didn't wear sleeves. They had their bare skin out there, and they embraced it. And you look across the sideline, and I can tell you had white long sleeve shirts on and black long sleeve shirts on, and our kids didn't wear that stuff, and so did the weather have a factor? It helped us. Our mindset was, this is climber weather. This is climber ball. So, we embraced it. I can't tell you how Centralia embraced it, but we knew that it was going to be inclement weather. I mean, the weather report showed that a week in advance. We prepped it. We mindseted it. And our kids loved it. And, I mean, shoot, I didn't even wear a hat on here. I just got wet. Embraced it with them, So, I don't think the weather had anything really. I mean, the ball was on the ground a couple times for them, but, I thought the ball security on both sides, there was one, I think, their first drive, we caused a fumble, and the ball got loose, and we recovered it. But besides that, I think there was pretty good ball security on both sides.
Let's talk about this week. You're hitting the road for the first time this season, heading to Rochester. Anything you can tell us about that?
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously you got two teams that are atop the Evergreen 2A standings. Rochester's 3-0. They're feeling really good about the show. They're putting a lot of points up on the board. They're finding a way to win close games. And they beat up on some people. They got a really talented back in number 3. I believe his name is Betts. I think he's got like 475 yards rushing on the season in 3 games. So, he's averaging 125 yards a game. That's solid numbers. They got a quarterback that runs the offense really well. He does a good job in the boot game. They run everything from double tight, full house backfield to, trips to standard I-pro formation. They don't run a lot of plays, but what they run, they execute very, very well. You're going to see toss, you're going to see lead, you're going to see some sweep. So they do this, you see some dives, ISO. So, they're kind of an old school mentality. They know who they are, and they execute very well. Defensively, they're going to be a 6-man box. They're going to be a 3-3 team by nature. They will get into a 5-1 or a 5-3 team, but basically they're a 3 down, 3 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers, and then 3 safeties, but 2 of those safeties play down in the box on the outside. So, we're going to see a minimum of 6 guys in the box. Sometimes you're going to get 7 or 8. I'm sure they're going to try to make sure that our running game does not get, started. We have to be able to loosen them up a little bit in our RPO scheme, which is our run pass option scheme, where we read backers, they trigger on the run, then we throw it. And we got to make good decisions there. We're going to have to take shots again. They play a lot of guys within 10 yards of the football, the line of scrimmage. So we're going to have to try to get over the top and make some plays there. So that's kind of, they do not, I have not seen them punt one time in 3 games. They have not punted one time in 3 games, so I have no idea what their punt formation looks like, if they have a punter, what it would do. They even went from it from their own 19. So, they're going to be aggressive, and I'm sure they're excited. I mean, I don't know when last time Rochester was 3-0. I haven't been around here in a long time, but from what people tell me, they seem to think that this is one of the better teams or one of the better starts to Rochester's seasons that they've had in a long time. So hats off to their coaching staff, to their programs for getting them in a position to play a meaningful game in week 4, right?
Right.
I mean, if they find a way to do this, this is a meaningful game for them in week 4. And, it's a meaningful game for us, too, because we took care of business last week. So, try to stay at top of those Evergreen 2A standings, you got to come out and play well against a football team that believes in themselves, who has a lot of confidence, who's executing, and we got to be able to match that.
When you head out on the road, do you have a different mentality for your team?
We have a road warrior attire mentality. It's a business trip. It's not a field trip. It's not a vacation. It's not, all about all that stuff. I mean, it's a business trip. We're going to get on that bus, and we're going to start getting focused. We're going to get off the bus. We're going to get dressed in the locker room, and we're going to go play a football game. We have a job to do, and it's a business trip. We got to do our job. We understand that, it's going to be a little different. We've had 3 home games in a row. We've been in the friendly confines of Jack Stark Field in our home surroundings. It's been very comfortable for us. And so now things are going to be a little bit different, and we got to be able to adjust to that. But and we have to be able to win on the road. We struggled last year on the road. We didn't win a game on the road last year. So we were 0-2 on the road and 3-1 at home last year. So we got to find a way to win a game on the road against a solid football team.
That's Highclimber head football coach Mark Smith. As his team hits the road for the first time this season, we'll have the kickoff of this Evergreen Conference football game in moments on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
When times get dark, we can't see the help that's all around us. Let 211 be your guiding light for help with food, healthcare, and other resources.
211, how can I help you?
Call 211 or visit 211.org. 211, get connected, get help.
Kids will be kids, which just goes to say kids will be curious. They get into everything. If there's a loaded firearm in the house, they could get their hands on that too. Keeping firearms locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition in a place inaccessible to kids can help keep your loved ones safe from family fire. Safe gun storage saves lives.
And welcome back to Rochester High School, everyone. Diedrich Allen and Jerry Apple, I would say up at the top of the stands, but they're really, we aren't very high up, Jerry, but we are at the top of the stands on what I would think is the visitor side, although the Rochester team will be on this sideline. It's a little bit different down here. You're looking at the covered stands from right at the end of the high school there. Interesting way to put it. I think that's a really great use of space. The way because you look at I looked at this because I've never been here before, and I looked at this on Google, and I'm like, they don't have any covered stands. I thought this was it where we're sitting, but then I watched a game that was streamed from their Pixelot camera that's on the end of the building, and I'm hearing the band and the cheerleaders and all of this stuff. It's like, where are all these people? And I get here, and look, voila, there it stands at the end of the building. So it's very interesting. I think that the Rochester just grew really fast in the last couple of years. I mean, really, really fast.
Well, I remember when it used to be single A, and they played Montesano when I was at Montesano, and but now it's double A. So.
Well, we'll do our best on the yard markers here. We're not very high up. We are, our choice was here. Our choice would be up with the coaches in this tower that's behind us, but that can get distracting, or on the other side with a pole that would block about 10 to 15 yards of the field. So I made the choice to come over here.
Yeah.
And the Highclimbers are coming out of the locker room, and there is quite a big Shelton contingent here on that side there as the Highclimbers take the field.
It's sure a beautiful night.
Yeah, what'd you say, 72 degrees?
72 degrees here in Rochester, and wind, I don't see it as a factor.
Not so far. Some very kind of interesting clouds coming up from the west. They don't look like they're going to threaten. I hope they don't threaten with rain.
No.
But you never know, because this is Washington.
But there's no rain in the forecast until Sunday.
Until Sunday. And, yeah. The Highclimbers are on the field, and Rochester is coming out. They're off to the best start they've had in years, from what we've been told. 3-0. It's just really, really surprising, I guess, to at least me. I haven't seen Rochester aside from a little bit on film.
Yeah, I just don't know what to expect. I know that they have played R.A. Long.
Right.
And they have played Black Hills. And they played Black Hills, I believe, last weekend.
Right.
And won 24-22.
Right. I couldn't find out what that was. Was it a missed 2-point try, or do we know? I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know either. But it'll be interesting to see, and this will be a good test for the Highclimbers to see how they respond and how they can chase another back around, because we do know that they have Rochester does have a young man in Talon Betts. He scored, 5 touchdowns so far this season?
That is correct, Deidre.
Closing in on 500 yards rushing in 3 games. That is pretty impressive. And we know that the Climbers have a little bit of trouble with a really fast back. So we'll see how that works. As
their quarterback, Landon Hawes, is supposed to be a good quarterback.
Right, making good decisions. And Landon is what? He's a senior. 6 foot, 165. That's pretty decent. So we're getting some starting lineups announced here at the stadium, and we'll take another timeout. We'll be back with the kickoff here at Rochester High School. Evergreen Conference football here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal Fiber Internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
Hello, everyone. I'm Father Dwayne, and this is St. David of Wales Episcopal Church in Shelton. I'm glad that you're seeing us right here, right now, but please tune in on Sunday mornings at 10:30 for a live stream service. I certainly welcome you to join together with us for worship.
And we're back here at Rochester High School. Diedrich Allen and Jerry Apple. The captains are heading out to get the coin flip, Jerry. Any predictions on the coin flip, Jerry? I'm just throwing it out there because I'm odd tonight.
Shelton will defer
Okay.
and receive in the second half.
Okay. So we're looking at the backs of the Rochester captains. That's Talon Betts, Landon Haas, Erica Vasquez, and number 53. I do not have a 53. Well, that's not shocking. Yeah, I don't think you're going to find a 53 on your roster either since I gave you the roster. I would say it's 54, but there's a 54 on the sidelines.
I was listening to the lineups for Rochester, and some of the numbers I did not have on here.
All right, so it looks like Rochester will be receiving, as Jerry predicted. I don't know if that was actually a deferral, but we'll take it. So Rochester in their blue unis, white numbers, white helmets. Highclimbers going with their white jerseys, red pants, and of course their red or their black helmets with the axe and the Shelton axe in it.
It should be pretty easy to see the numbers tonight, especially for Rochester.
Well, this is true. These fonts are really big and easily seen. I was talking about that watching the Seahawk game with my wife and knowing the strange font that Tennessee has on their uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was kind of an odd font. So it looks like Kaiser will get it teed up to get this thing underway. As we wait for this opening kickoff. And back deep will be Talon Betts, number 3. Standing in about his 10, waiting for this kick. Now we're going to get some instructions about getting behind the yellow line today, Jerry. We can hear what's going on the sidelines. This is very interesting. We don't usually get this close to the action. And the ball is kicked up, and it's taken at about the 24. And getting to the center of the field, breaking it out the outside. And still on his feet and across midfield, number 1. That's Ashton Rodriguez with a great return of 27 yards. They'll start. Rochester will start out on the Highclimber 48. 1st and 10. So Betts will be at the tail of the eye, out of the under the center. Will go Haas. Hornstrom. It's a pitch to Betts, and he stumbles after catching it. And you're going to credit Makowitz with the tackle. A loss of 4 on the play. Back to the Rochester 48.
Makowitz.
Yeah.
Tackle.
We can credit to him. I don't know if big old divot left where he planted his foot, Jerry, and he fell down, but we'll credit Makowitz with the tackle. Ball back at the 48. Call it 2nd and 14. Like out of the pistol will go Haas this time. Betts goes in motion, handed off to this guy through. That's Kornstrom. Straight ahead, got 3, maybe 4 yards. Brings up 3rd down and 11. And give him 3. Give him 4, Jerry.
Back to the line of scrimmage?
Well, the original line of scrimmage. A little bit behind, but we'll give him 4. Make it 3rd down and 11 for the Warriors. Haas will go under center out of the eye. It's like a receiver on each side. Hand off to Betts. No, it's a little play action. Makowitz right there. Spins away from Makowitz. And who else was in on that play, Jerry? It was John Michael Escobedo also, but who brought him down finally, I believe, is going to be number 33 for Shelton, and that's Carter Whitney. And it brings it 4th down.
Good defensive stand for the Highclimbers.
And the Warriors are going to punt, and it looks like Eric Vasquez.
A loss of 4 on that play.
Is going to be booting it away, and Bradley Elton is going to be back at deep to receive. Timeout by the Highclimbers, however. I think this might be, okay, remember guys, clog up your lanes. They're fast in these situations. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, proud to be supporters of Highclimber football. Their commitment to Shelton and Mason County is unmatched. If you know anybody that needs to sell or buy real estate, reach out to the Conklin team. They will be honored to help. When it comes to real estate, there is no substitute for local knowledge. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, 360-426-4401. So 4th and 14. That looks like 4th and 16 to me, Jerry. But at the 47.
Who's back deep?
22. Gets the punt off. It's a nice spiraling kick that'll drive Elton back to the 20. He slips 1 tackle, stops, tries to change direction after getting about to the 26. And that's where the Highclimbers will take over. I'm going to say that was about a 5-yard return, Jerry.
Okay.
He ran sideways, trying to avoid the coverage. So 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers at their own 27. 9:36 to go, first quarter. No score, excuse me.
26-yard punt.
Goose will go out of the gun. Fuller in the backfield with him. Trike off to the near side. Back to pass goes Goose. He's going to go long. Got a guy there.
Oh.
And there's going to be a flag on that play intended for Matai Leesom. And that draws a 15-yard penalty. So that should give the Highclimbers their first down of the ball game.
That was a beautiful pass. He led him just perfectly.
So an offensive pass interference, defensive pass interference, and that gives Highclimbers 15 yards of penalties. 1st and 10 from the 42 now. Out of the pistol will go Goose this time. Fuller the back behind him. Trikoff on the near side. And I think that's Leesom wide to the far side. Trikoff goes in motion. Turn around, hand off to Fuller. Fuller straight up the middle. It got up to the 45, 3-yard pickup straight up the middle for Fuller. Kind of like being this close to the action, Jerry. I can really see who's the play develop. 2nd and 8 from the 45. 9:05 and counting on the first quarter clock. Out of the gun will go Goose, 2 receivers far side. It's like Fuller gets the handoff, cuts it up at the seam, gets to midfield, or he's dropped there. It'd be 3rd and short. It's like 3rd and 3.
Yeah, gain of 5.
Clock continues to run. 3rd down, they're going to call it 2 officially, Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
right at midfield.
Yeah,
Good
so
ball.
far Fuller's carried it twice.
Climbers go with a, oh, this is the Wildcat. It's like a direct snap to Fuller. Fuller going to go where his blocking is, try to get the first down. I think he's going to be stopped short.
It looks like he is short. Maybe a gain of 1.
They'll put it right in between the 48 and 49 of Rochester, so that will be about a yard short. 4th down. Let's see, hold on a second. They're going to call for measurement, maybe?
It doesn't.
No, you're right. He was just making sure he had it in the right spot. So it's 4th and 1, and out of the Wildcat go the Highclimbers again. Fuller takes the snap, and there's going to be a false start on Shelton. So I'll drive him, march him back 5. So it turns a 4th and 1 into a 4th and 6.
I wonder if that's going to make it a punting situation.
Well, I don't know. Yes, it is. Here comes Tyrell Stewart to boot it away. That'll send Betts back to about his 25 to receive this punt from Stewart. I was a little concerned about Stewart after the end of the last game. He was hobbling around a little bit, but we were watching him in warm-ups, and boy, he looked sharp. Low snap. He's going to boot it away. He gets it off a beauty.
Beautiful.
It's going to drive Betts inside to the 10, actually, and Betts is going to let it roll out of bounds right at the 10. Wow. With pressure in his face, Tyrell Stewart booted it.
44-yard punt. Beautiful punt.
No return. The Warriors will take over on their own 10, 1st and 10. This is probably going to be the worst distance shot that we're going to have here, folks.
I was really surprised that Betts wasn't farther back on that to receive that punt. Maybe they haven't scouted our kicking game.
Maybe so. They're going to send Haas is going to send them wide, 3 wide to the far side. Little inside handoff, and this is number 2, Tate Kornstrom, straight up the middle. Depends on where the spot. It looks like he picked up 6.
Yeah, 6 yards.
So second
biggest gain so far.
2nd and 4 coming for the Warriors on their own 16. Again, they go 3 wide to the far side. Out of the gun goes Haas. Betts goes in motion, and there's a 5-yard false start on the Warriors. That'll negate that previous run, Cherry, pretty much.
Yeah.
Make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, the previous run of 6 was the longest run for Rochester tonight.
Clock is stopped for the moment at 6:25. First quarter, no score. Warriors are going to go 2 wide near side, 1 wide far side. Out of the gun goes Haas. Betts beside him, I believe. Low snap, flags go flying, and Haas has no choice just to drop on that ball. Wise decision, but there's a penalty at the snap. So what do we have? Being on the opposite side, it's going to be an illegal shift, I believe. Yeah, an illegal shift by the Warriors. And 2 consecutive 5-yard penalties on Rochester, Jerry. They're going the wrong way.
Yeah. Yeah, they've already picked up 3 penalties for a total of 25 yards.
And that brings up a 2nd and 14. Ball back to the 6-yard line. Out of the pistol go Haas. Betts goes in motion again. This time it's a toss. And this is Kornstrom, nearly caught by Whitney in the backfield. He slipped that tackle, but he's knocked down after what looks like a 3-yard gain. Heising, I believe, was the guy who ended up tackling Kornstrom. Brings up 3rd and 13 is what they're going to say. scoreboard says, oh yeah, I got a 1 yard gain actually on that, Jerry, officially. Ball's on the 7.
All right.
Out of the pistol. Quick little hit out. There's Betts. Betts is dropped right after the catch. I think that's Makowitz. No, it's Stewart on the tackle. Good open field tackle right after the catch, and maybe a loss on the play depending on where they spot the ball. Brings it 4th down.
A loss of 1.
So that puts Eric Vasquez back to punt it. Ellerton is at the 35 to receive the punt. Kicking out of his end zone. Snap on target, pressure is on, ball is off. Elton will pick it up about the 38, slips 1 tackle. Going to get inside the 30, run out of bounds. Actually, inside the 20, run out of bounds down the sidelines, actually. And where do they not mark him out? They mark him out inside the 5, it looks like. Just shy of the goal line.
33-yard return.
Looks like it. They'll put the ball at the 1, I believe. Nope, well, they said the ball's on the 5, Jerry. It looks like it's really close. Really hard for us to even see where the ball is. We'll have to go with that 5. Looks like it's a goal line to me, just to the 1, out of the Wildcat. Direct snap to Fuller. Fuller following his blocking, spinning up the middle. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown, Highclimbers.
So a 5-yard touchdown run by
It
Stewart.
had to be 2, Jerry. That wasn't.
Was it on the 2 or 5?
It had to be on the 2.
Okay.
That was very, very close.
Okay, 2-yard touchdown run.
So the Highclimbers strike first and lead 6-0, 4:07 to go, first quarter. And Kaiser on to kick the point after. There's the snap and the spot and the kick. It's up. Waiting for the signal. It is good. So the Highclimbers strike first, and they're up early, 7-0. We'll be right back.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Give the Highclimbers a short field, and they make you pay, Jerry. 7-0, 4:07 to go, first quarter.
Well, Shelton's been doing a great job this year of punt returns and kickoff returns, and that was very evident in that last drive.
Kaiser has it teed up at the 40. Betts back about the 20 to receive this kickoff after the quick strike from the Highclimbers. And this one's kind of a line drive that'll be picked up by Betts inside the 10, called the 8. Trying to get up to the middle of the field, and he dropped about the 15. I think that was Makowitz.
44.
I believe.
Yep, it was. It was. Ryan Makowitz. Nice tackle.
And that'll put the Warriors back at their, where they spot the ball. I think the 16-yard line, 1st and 10.
8-yard return.
And we have some discussion on the field for some reason. Do we have we have a flag way back here.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
52-yard kickoff.
Oh, there's a personal foul on the Highclimbers, so that'll put the ball up about the 31. 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Yeah, you don't like to see that. That was that's not a good one. They had him pretty deep.
Yeah, they did.
They had him back on the 16.
It puts him up at the 31. 1st and 10 out of the pistol will go Haas. He's got Karnstrom behind him. Three receivers wide near side. Betts goes in motion. He'll fake the handoff, keep it, cut it up, get by Makowitz, get to the outside. Slipped another tackle. And he'll run for 13 yards, it looks like, Jerry. Yeah, make it 12. Up to the 43.
Okay. Longest gain tonight for the Rochester Warriors. 12-yard run by number 10.
It's a first down and 10. Ball to 43. Completely different pace than Centralia last week, Jerry. Rochester is a go, go, go. Centralia was very methodical in time. Another exact same play than the last time, and the keeper on Hawes trying to get to the outside, and he's dropped near the first down marker. Looks like he got it at the Highclimber 47.
That's the second first down for Rochester.
So the quarterback keeper out of this three receiver set working for Rochester.
Yeah,
go ahead.
He's had two nice runs, one for 12 yards and one for 10 on the quarterback keepers.
This time he'll go out of the pistol. Two receivers on each side. Kornstrom the back behind him. Betts goes in motion. He'll take the little flip. Oh boy, blown up and dropped. Who was the guy in there? 99. Who is that? That is Blaze Andrews. Blasting in there and knocking Betts down for a loss of, looks like 5? At least 4, maybe 5. Ball back at the 49 of Rochester.
You know, we've heard a lot of Blaze Andrews and Ryan Makowitz already tonight. We've mentioned them a couple times each.
2:25 to go, third quarter. Clock is running. 7-0 Shelton. Rochester with the ball. Three receivers near side. Out of the pistol goes Hawes. Kornstrom the back behind him. He'll go back to pass. He'll fake the pass, and he's going to trying to find Betts. He'll finally get to Betts. Betts drags. Who was it? Drags Brad Tiller with him about 5 yards. And a pickup on that play of, well, it went from the 49 to the 46. So that's, 41.
So it would
that
be
was a
10 yards.
10-yard pickup brings up third down and 5, it looks like. Haas will go under center this time, out of the I. The receiver on each side. And somebody jumped on the offensive line.
Yeah.
Marching back 5. So that'll back the ball up to the 46. Bring up 3rd and 9. Approaching a minute to go in the first quarter. Haas will go out of the pistol. Three receivers far side. Kornstrom the back behind him. Comes Betts in motion again. Fake to him. He's going to reverse the angle. Try to keep it on the pitch, and the Highclimbers are ready for him. Down he goes. Lucas Solonic with the tackle for, well, they're going to say forward progress back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think this is 4th down territory.
It is, yeah.
I mean, it's they're going to.
4 downs, yes, Jerry.
Yeah, they're not going to kick it.
4th and 9.5.
I don't think they're going to punt it. No.
No, they're going to go for it.
No.
It's that three receiver far side set out of the pistol goes Hawes. Back to pass he goes, sets his feet. He's going to throw deep. Got a guy there. Caught. And out of bounds. He's spun. Nice catch out there by number 4. Now that was, I don't have a number 4. Well, that's a first down throw, good protection.
That's the third first down, and the quarterback is 3 for 3 in his passing attempts.
The quarter has run out. I'm sorry, I was lost there. The quarter ran out. We're going to head to the second quarter with the 1st and 10 for Rochester. In just a moment, we'll be right back. Skip the wait at Mason Health's walk-in clinic. Conveniently reserve your appointment through the Mason General website. That's masongeneral.com/clinic/WIC. You can find a link on masonwebtv.com. Just look for the Skip the Wait ad in the upper left-hand corner. So we're waiting for the start of the second quarter.
It was a 22-yard pass.
I don't know who number 4 is. I don't have a 4 on my list at all, Jerry.
Yeah, and I noticed there were several numbers that were called that were not during the before the game by the announcer, and I did not have names of players for those numbers.
Well, that's the roster that I was given when I contacted athletic director last week, and well, they have a new athletic director this week. So, quick changes around here on everything. 1st and 10 for Rochester. Ball's on the 14 of the Highclimbers.
Well, I want to apologize. That was a longer pass than that.
Under center, and a sweep to Betts. Betts trying to get way outside. He's fast. He's going to reverse his field, fight his way inside, and it looks like he'll pick up 4.
That last pass play, was 32 yards.
Okay. I say he picked up 5 yards on that. Ball's on the 14. That doesn't make any sense. Ball's got to be inside about the 9. Call it the 9, Jerry. That was a 5-yard pickup, so 2nd and 5 for Rochester. Haas under center. Toss again to Betts. Betts trying to cut up the middle and is going to bounce it outside. And
number 22.
Yeah, Elton with a tackle. And where did we get? A couple of yards gain on that.
Yeah, gain of 2.
Okay. 3rd and 3 for the Warriors. They do huddle quite a ways back from the line of scrimmage, Jerry. Under center will go Haas again. 2-back set. Betts will take the pitch, going to the right, and he is dropped. Makowitz, no, actually that's Solnick. And with the tackle, and a loss of about 1 on that play, Jerry, just based on the yard marker. Brings it 4th and 3. Keep saying the ball's on the 14. That is not anywhere close to the 14.
No.
That's about the 6.
Yeah, that's why I was wrong on that one pass play, that it was longer than really I said it was the first time.
Yeah. Hard to say from our angle. Haas will go under center out of the eye. Betts the tail of the eye, and a receiver on each side. Hand up fake on that one, and he's going to try and keep it, and he fumble on the play. They're going to call him down.
Big loss.
Yeah, Anthony Cincelli with the tackle on the loss, and the Highclimbers are going to take over on their own, it looks like, 14.
So 6-yard loss, I believe.
About right. Highclimbers get the ball back. 9:40 to go, first half. 7-0. Shelton with the lead and the ball. Goose is going to go out of the gun. Fuller in the backfield with him. 2 receivers on, well, looks like 3 receivers on the near side. Back to pass goes Goose. Surveys, and he's going to throw. Knocked away by, who was that? Cannot see the number from here, Jerry. Intended for Trikoff. It's incomplete.
Mason Goose looks like he's getting plenty of time. Good protection.
Brings up 2nd and 10
I'm going to call it the 15, I guess, is where they're spotting the ball. Out of the gun will go Goose. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Stewart gets the pitch off around the end around. Here he goes up the sidelines. Still on his feet. And a good pickup for Terrell Stewart, the Aussie. And a first down run. Depends on where they're going to spot it. Looks like it might be the 32.
If that's the case, it's a 17-yard carry.
Yeah, our marker is about the 31, I guess, Jerry. So we'll keep it 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers. Goose back to pass. Going to pull it down, scramble. Going to run into a guy after a short pickup on the far sidelines. Maybe a 2-yard pickup.
Let's see where they mark it here.
Can't rely on the scoreboard at all, Jerry.
Gain of 2.
So 2nd and 8 from the 34, I'm going to call it. Out of the gun will go Goose again. Little play action, and Goose has to step by the pressure, throws his, sets his feet and throws it short of Matai Leesom. Okay, so Haskins is in the backfield with Goose this time, number 32, as he was the last play. Goose will go out of the gun. 8:55 to go. Second quarter, first half. Excuse me. 7-0 is the ball game. At the ball game is the score, I should say. Yeah. Goose back to pass. Throws over the middle. Got it. Guy there. That's Menifee. Menifee avoids one tackle. Goes up the middle of the field, and he is caught from behind about the 10-yard line. Jerry, what a pickup. And a good eye on the field is Mason Goose, and an even better eye on the running lanes is Gabriel Menifee.
Now, where was that pass thrown from?
34.
Okay.
Up to the 12.
$55 yards.
Quick hit, hand off to Ellerton. Ellerton dancing around the middle. Keep on his feet. He's going to run in for the touchdown. Boy, a quick hit there. 12-yard touchdown run for Bradley Ellerton. He just kind of danced around, Jerry, and avoided some tacklers and found the end zone. So Kaiser on to kick the point after. It's 13-0, 8:26 to go in the first half. So point after coming, spot is down, kick is up. It is good. Call it 14-0, 8:26 to go in the first half. Shelton on top. We'll take another timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mesa Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
Back at Rochester High School.
Yeah, Menifee has caught several long passes this season, both for 55 yards.
Yeah, and I think both were to Menifee, right? This is what you said, Menifee?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Right.
Yeah.
I'm tracking with you, Jerry. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
It's a little different situation being on the road for everybody here. I'm a little distracted. But we got a kickoff coming. It's a 14-0 ball game. 8:26 remains in the first half. Kaiser has it teed up at the 40. Betts back middle of the field. High, end over end kick. Betts will take off the bounce at the 18. Boy, he's got a head to steam still on his feet. He's a speedy guy. Gets across midfield to the Highclimber 49. Took it on the hop about the 18, Jerry.
33-yard run. Yeah, he is very quick.
He just, explosive is all I could say, Jerry. But we do have a flag just shy of midfield at the 47.
And that could be a holding.
More than likely. We have to guess on the actual. Yeah, it is a hold. Jerry called it. So march them back to about the 37, I would imagine.
Even then, it's still a nice return.
It is a nice return. So I'm thinking maybe you change your kickoffs and keep it away from number 3. Haas will go out of the pistol. Kornstrom, the guy behind him. 3 receivers far side. Betts is the nearest back, and he'll go in motion. Little fake to him on the keeper. Spins out of one tackler. Elton drove him back after a gain of 2. Boy, Haas has got some elusiveness back there, Jerry. We've seen him spin out of a couple of tackles so far tonight. Call it 2nd and 8. Ball at the 39. .740 in the half. Shelton leading 14-0. Rochester with the ball. Out of the eye will go, actually not out of the pistol, will go Haas. Kornstrom, the guy back behind him. Back to pass goes Haas. Collapsed and dropped down. That is Escobedo. Just threw him down like a little, I don't know, a doll or something.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
Wow. That's an explosive penetration. I don't even know where the blocking was up front.
So a loss of 5 on that play.
Brings up 3rd down and 13. Ball back at the 34.
The Shelton defense has got the quarterback 4 times already for losses.
So out of the pistol goes Haas. Back to pass again. Collapsing as the pressure. And Haas still fighting to keep on his feet. And a loss of about 4 on that play. I'm having some internet issues right now, folks. All right, so it's a 4th down.
Yeah, another loss there.
And a punting situation.
Oh, beautiful punt.
Gez gets a beautiful punt off, and Elton calls for a fair catch at the 34. That's where the Highclimbers will take over.
Nice high punt. No return.
1st and 10. See if I can get her back on. So 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers on their own 35. Out of the pistol will go Goose. Fuller the back behind him. Menifee in motion, hand off to Fuller. Fuller straight up the middle, fighting his way near the 1st down marker.
Very close. Short of yard. He got a 9-yard gain on that, Fuller did.
2nd and 1 from the 43. 5.5 minutes remaining in the 1st half. And if he goes in motion again, turn around, hand off to Fuller. Fuller, big step across the 1st down marker, gets into Rochester territory, spun down at the 44.
About a 12-yard run.
Sorry, folks, I'm trying to get my internet back going here and call a game, as we will have.
It was a 12-yard run by Fuller.
It's 1st and 10 at the 44. Approaching 5 minutes. Trykoff goes in motion. Hand off to Fuller again, out of the pistol. And he'll scamper his way for another 5. Yeah, I'll call it 4, right to the 40.
So far, Rochester and Shelton have 3 first downs each.
So second down, they're going to call it 6 from the 40. Out of the gun will go Goose, and we're going to have a false start.
Yeah. Third penalty for the Shelton. They've had 3 penalties for 25 yards. Like I mentioned, Mason is having, it seems like he'll have plenty of time to throw tonight.
He does, and they're going to mark it back to the 46. Well, it's 2nd and 12 and a fumble on the exchange, and Goose is going to have to gather it in.
And he was very wise to fall on it.
So it brings up 4th down. Or is it 3rd down? It's 3rd down, excuse me. Ball back into Highclimber territory at their 49.
Loss of about 5 on that play.
3rd down, and it looks like 16. Goose will go out of the pistol. And a timeout has been called. We'll keep it here on the field while I try to work out our internet issues right now, Jerry.
Yeah, that was the 2nd timeout for the Highclimbers. And it looks like we've got a pass situation here with 3rd down and 16 yards to go for the Highclimbers.
Sorry, folks. I know nobody's listening because we're off air, but we are recording, so we will post this as soon as we possibly can. Try this.
One of the big differences in this game is, of course, the pass caught by Menifee for 55 yards.
Well, we're back to action here. 3rd down, 16 from the Highclimber 49. Goose out of the pistol. 2 receivers on each side. Haskins, the back behind him. And he's going to be dropped for a loss of about 9 yards, Jerry.
Sawyer Robbins was in on the tackle for Rochester.
So that brings up a 4th down. Brings on Stewart for the punting. And Betts will stand about his 35 to wait for this punt. Stewart got off a beautiful one under pressure, and he'll do a high and a little shorter. It's going to hit and take a Highclimber bounce and be downed at the 35.
That was very close to being blocked. I mean, matter of fact, I think he might have got just a little bit of that.
Piece of it?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm trying to get my internet to come back up, and it will not. Well, we'll just have to post this video later. So it's 1st and 10 for the Warriors on their own 34. Be nice to be back at home next week. Also go out of the eye as a receiver on each side. And it's a pitch to Betts. Betts tries to cut it up, and it'll get back to the, a little across the 35, about the 36. So a couple yards pickup on that.
Yeah, pick up about 2, you're right.
So 2nd and 8 coming from the 36. So guess what I'm doing at halftime, Jerry? Trying to figure out our internet issues. All right, so 2nd down and 8 from the 36 for the Warriors. I formation, Haas goes under center. receiver on the near side, man in motion. That's Vasquez. Flag goes on, and a handoff to Betts. Betts speeds up to about the 40.
It'll be an in-motion call. Penalty.
Yeah, dropped by Makowitz, but there is a penalty before the snap. Another illegal shift, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it looks like it. That's the indication.
Is that a 5-yard or 10?
It should be 5 from the previous spot. So that'll make it second down and 13. Ball back at the 32. Looks like second and 12, actually. I'm sure I'm getting a lot of texts and emails right now about no internet. .135 and counting on the first half clock. Out of the pistol will go Haas. Kornstrom the back behind him. Back to pass goes Haas. He's going to tuck it under and try to run. Avoids a couple of tacklers. And then he loses the ball and recovering it. I think it's Ellerton. Yes, it is. Bradley Ellerton picked up the ball. Scored it out, I believe. I'm going to guess it was... who was that? Number 76, I believe. Anthony Zincelli knocked it out. Highclimbers take over 1st and 10 on the 37.
First turnover of the game.
Minute 20 to go in the first half. Goose will go out of the gun. Sosky goes in motion and takes the pitch. He'll cut it up and spin across the 35 to about a 34. Jude Sosky on the carry out of the.
I was impressed with Slosky last week. I thought he did a nice job of carrying the ball when he was in there at quarterback.
Goose will go out of the gun, and I think we'll have a timeout by Rochester. 54.3 seconds remains in the first half. 14-0 is the score. We'll take it. Well, actually, we won't take a timeout. Let's run down some things here. Well, Shelton Highclimbers Football Booster Club, their primary source of funds is through their banner program. Businesses, or anyone for that matter, can purchase a banner sponsoring the football program. Banners can be purchased through SheltonHighclimbersFootball.com. So 14-0 is our score. 54.3 seconds remain. The Highclimbers have a second, and it looks like 7. Ball is at the 34. Timeout was to Rochester.
Yes, it was. Shelton's had 2 timeouts, and Rochester's had 1.
Out of the gun will go Goose. 2 receivers near side. It's Trikoff and Menifee. One to the far side. It looks like it's Matai Leesom. And the throw over to Leesom. He catches it, run out of bounds. It looks like it's enough for a first down inside the 15. Actually, inside the 25, excuse me. That's the 24. So good, the 11-yard pickup, Jerry.
Yeah, and that's the 4th first down for the Highclimbers.
Out of the gun again goes Goose. Back to pass. Set his feet and he'll throw. It's complete to Menifee. Menifee up the sidelines. Tumbles over a guy. Stays in bounds inside the 15, about the 12. 40 seconds remain in the half. And a timeout on the field. I believe that'll go on the Highclimbers.
How many yards?
About 20, I think.
That's the 3rd pass caught by Menifee.
So we have another timeout. Tell you that the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, proud to be supporters of Highclimber football. Their commitment to Shelton and Mason County is unmatched. If you know anybody that needs to sell or buy real estate, reach out to the Conklin team. They will be honored to help. When it comes to real estate, there is no substitute for local knowledge. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, 360-426-4401. 360-426-4401. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate.
Yeah, Mason Goose is 3 for 5 in his passing game. Favorite receiver, of course, is Menifee.
Out of the gun he will go. He's got tight formation on the near side. Back to pass, couple of steps. Looking, backs up some more. Still looking. He's going to avoid one rusher. He's going to throw to the Menifee inside the 5. He'll step out of bounds just shy of the first down. Stopping the clock with 30.3 seconds remaining in the first half.
Yeah, Menifee has caught all 4 passes. And, of course, Goose is 4 for 6 so far.
2nd and 2. Ball at, looks like the 4, I think. Back to pass he goes again. He's going to be tripped up trying to run it in. Good penetration by Max Mabalb.
Looks like he lost a yard.
It does look like he lost a yard. Goose will spike the ball, and that brings up 4th down. I've got all kinds of things going off here. Let's shut that off. Whoops, that's the wrong one. The clock is stopped at 15.3 seconds.
What do you think? Think they might go for a field goal or go for it?
They're going to go for its 3rd down, actually.
Yeah,
3rd and
3rd and
4. 3rd and 3. 15.3 seconds, leading 14-0.
That score clock is misleading.
It's very difficult to see. And I'm going to have to do a lot of stuff at halftime here to get us back online. They're going to kick the field goal, looks like.
Yeah. I kind of thought they were going to.
With 15 seconds, it will be, let's see where they're going to spot it. It's like the 14, so 24-yard field goal attempt for Brendan Kaiser. Low snap put down, ball is up. Did it split those uprights? It does. It's good for 3, and only 3 seconds went off the clock. 17-0. 12.3 seconds remain in the first half. And we will take another timeout. We'll be right back.
Hi, everyone. Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
.3 seconds remain in the first half. 17-0. The Highclimbers just put up a 24-yard field goal by Brendan Kaiser. And he has it teed up at the 40 to kick it back to the Warriors. Betts standing about his 20, waiting for the kick. It's going to be low. It's going to be picked up by Betts about the 18. And he's trying to get to the outside, and he's spun down. And that was Carter Whitney on the tackle. And 6.8 seconds remain in the half. And 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Ball is, where's the ball?
42-yard kickoff.
About the 27, 28-yard line.
About a 9-yard return.
Kind of hard to see where the ball is, Jerry. Natural grass field. Haas will go out of the pistol. Got 3 receivers to this near side. Betts the nearest guy to the line. Everybody's going back and a little pressure. Nice spin move by Hawes. He's looking to throw, and he's dropped. Who chased him down? That was Whitney again, and that'll be the half. So after one half, the Highclimbers lead 17-0.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
Mason Health is partnering with Curative to provide no-cost shallow nasal COVID-19 testing. A testing kiosk is located outside 237 Professional Way in Shelton. Kiosk hours are 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays. Testing is available by walk-up or appointment. Test results are delivered electronically within 24 to 48 hours. Schedule an appointment at curative.com. You can find a link in the upper left-hand corner of masonwebtv.com. If you have any questions about COVID-19, symptoms, vaccines, or testing, please contact your provider's office.
We are back. It's halftime. 17-0 is our score. And we're online. Hopefully everybody's back watching. We apologize for the phantom. The internet just went away. Just left us about midway through the second quarter. And we are back, and it's been all Shelton and Jerry. You've had time as I've been running around trying to figure everything out.
Yeah, let's go with Rochester first.
Okay.
Rochester had 3 first downs. The quarterback, number 10, was 3 for 3. He only passed it for 11 yards, though. As far as the running game for Rochester, they had 19 yards on 18 carries. There was a lot of big losses that were accumulated. Shelton played fantastic defense and controlled the line. I mean, we can look at this. Ellerton, Makowitz, Blaze Andrews, Tiller, Shelley, Escador. I could go on and on. I can remember the one time when Escador threw the quarterback.
Escobedo, Jerry.
Escobedo.
Escobedo.
Wow. Escobedo, man. I mean, he just took that person and
threw him down like a rag doll. I mean,
yeah.
Just almost discarded him like a wet rag.
But my hats go off to all these people that I've named. So good job, especially the defensive line for the Highclimbers. Now, Shelton, he has got 5 first downs. The quarterback is completed 4 passes for 96 yards, and all 4 passes have been to number 3, Gabriel Manafee. He caught 1 for 55, 1 for 11, 1 for 20, and 1 for 8. So 4 catches for 96 yards, and good job. And on the ground, the Highclimbers have 13 carries for 61 yards, which equals out to 4.6 yards per carry. The leading ball carrier for the Highclimbers is number 23, and that's Jaden Fuller. He had 7 carries for 35 yards. His longest run was 12 yards. Number 22, Bradley Ellerton, had the longest carry for the Highclimbers, and that was 22 yards. So as far as penalties are concerned, Shelton had 3 penalties for 25 yards, and Rochester had 6 penalties for 45 yards.
And 3 of them were all in the same drive back to back. It looks the same.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah. So that's kind of a rundown on the statistics. So far, it's been a domination of Shelton as far as total yardage, 157 compared to Rochester, 30 yards.
Yeah, and the Highclimbers, who ended the half with a 24-yard field goal by Brendan Kaiser, will get the ball back here to start the third quarter.
Yes.
And the other touchdowns, where were the touchdowns?
Yes.
Real quickly, as we're about ready to get this thing booted
away.
away.
2-yard touchdown run by Fuller. a 12-yard touchdown run by Ellington, and a 24-yard field goal by Kaiser. Both point after attempts were good.
All right, so we're ready, and hopefully the stream will stay solid, and we're ready to get the third quarter underway. As the ball falls off the tee, there's absolutely no wind here, Jerry. Absolutely no wind. Gravity, I guess you blame that one.
Yeah.
As Eric Vasquez, look at it, re-teed and waiting deep. Stewart on the near side. It's a squib kick that Stewart will pick up. Oh, he's not going to pick up. He's got to chase it down inside the 15. He's going to juke and jive trying to get out, and I think he might have gotten a couple of yards. A long field for the Highclimbers. I think he might have had a 2-yard return, Jerry.
Yeah. 45-yard kickoff for Rochester.
Highclimbers will start out on their own 15-yard line, leading 17-0. Goose is going to go out of the pistol. He's got Fuller behind him. Menifee wide to the near side. Trikoff goes in motion. Hand off to Fuller, coming right at us. Cuts it up, and he's dropped after about a 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5 coming for the Highclimbers.
Well, Fuller continues what he was doing in the first half. He's picked up 40 yards so far this game.
Again, out of the pistol, Menifee wide near side, Trikoff wide far side, Fuller behind Goose. Menifee goes in motion. And a little play action, and a pass is thrown a little too low for Menifee, incomplete. So 3rd down, and they're going to call it the 26, I believe. Nah, it's still 25. Looks like they have to get up to the, sorry, the 8, I'm sorry, it said the 20. I'm wrong. They got to get to the 25 for the 1st down. Out of the gun will go Goose. Receiver on each side. Back to pass goes Goose, looking to the far side, throws, and out of the, just a little too low to Trikoff, and there's a flag right there too. So I think we're going to get another pass interference. A little hard to see from our angle.
But that looks like the indication.
The initial indication, yes. Oh, it's going to be a hold on Rochester, and that's I think that's a 5-yard, is it?
Should be 10.
It is, you're right, it's 10. They're going to march the ball up to the 31. Yeah, just over the 30, giving the Highclimbers the 1st down.
Yeah, their 6th first down of the game.
Menifee wide to near side. Goose goes out of the pistol. It's like Trikoff at the end of the line. He'll go in motion. Turn around and hand it off to Fuller. Fuller getting out to the outside, fighting his way for the 1st down marker up the sidelines and right out of bounds into the sidelines of the Rochester Warriors. And where did he run out of bounds? I think we might have a flag on this play as well.
Yeah, we do. And unfortunately, I think the run's going to be called back.
Yep, you're right, Jerry. It's a hold. Hold on the Highclimbers, so we'll march it back 10 from the spot, I thought. No, that's going to be back from the line. It'll be 1st and 20, ball back at the 20-yard line for the Highclimbers. Trikoff and Menifee wide, near side, lined up. Back to pass goes Goose. Going to throw near side to Fuller. Fuller is complete and run out of bounds after a short pickup about 4. Maybe a little bit more than that. Depends what they'll spot the ball at the 25, so it's a 5-yard pickup.
Okay, thank you.
So 2nd and 15 for the Highclimbers. Trikoff, Menifee, and Makowitz all lined up on this side. Fuller's going to go out to the far side with Matai Leeson back to pass with an empty backfield. Here comes the pressure. Goose steps up, in trouble. He's going to be dropped for a loss on that play. So that'll be a loss of, I think, 4.
Yep.
Ball back to the 21-yard line. So 3rd and 19.
Another passing situation.
Goose is going to go out of the gun, I believe. Haskins in there in the backfield with him. Leesom and Trikoff near side. It's like Menifee, and I can't see who's really wide on the far side. Here comes the blitz again. Back to pass goes Goose. He's going to step up. He's going to go down again. That'll bring a 4th down. So good defensive stand for the... oh, and a flag comes flying in at the end. I was just going to say good defensive stand by the Warriors, but now it's going to be up to this penalty.
Even with a personal foul, I don't think they're going to have enough yardage.
If it goes on the Warriors. So let's see what it is here. The dead ball foul, unnecessary roughness on the, oh, they're going to give him the 1st down off the 15-yard penalty. No, it's not a 50. That's right. It should be 3rd down. It's still 4th down. Okay, but it's 4th and about 6 rather than 4th and 19.
But it's still a punting situation.
It does look like they'll wind the clock. And Stewart is on to boot it away. Betts will stand about his 40 to receive this punt from Stewart. Pressure on. Stewart gets this one away. Boots a beautiful one.
Beautiful.
Betts, he's going to pick it up at the 20. Run opposite field. Flip a couple of tackles, and he's knocked down a good open field tackle by Mario Boxley.
Yeah, 57.
Yep. 65 actually. And
18-yard return.
And the
what a nice punt.
What a nice punt. And you can see the speed of Betts. And the Warriors will start out on their own 37-yard line. 1st and 10, trailing 17-0. 3rd quarter action. Haas is going to go out of the pistol. Kornstrom behind him. Betts goes in motion. Little fake to him, and on the option, cuts it up the field. He's trying to fight a way around, and he'll manage to get up to about the 39. 3-yard pickup and a lot of running there.
Yeah.
It's interesting. He is really, the Highclimbers are biting on the whole faked pitch. They're respecting the speed of the runner and not going after that quarterback on that option.
Yeah, he's kept it every time.
Right, good point. I don't think I remember him
pitching it
at all. Betts goes wide the far side. Out of the pistol go Haas. Kornstrom in the backfield. Betts goes in motion. They'll take the little slate pill, cut it up the field, up the numbers, and actually the middle of the field, I should say, and it's Ellerton with the tackle, just shy of the 45, about 44, so 3rd down and 3.
Gain of about 5.
Scoreboard says it's 4. It looks closer to 3 to me. 1, 2, 3, yeah.
Okay, 3 yards. Okay.
3rd and 3. 7:40 to go, 3rd quarter. 17-0. Shelton with the lead. Rochester with the ball. Haas goes out of the pistol. 3 receivers wide side, or near side, I should say. Betts again in motion. Takes fakes it, and they're playing the defense, and Haas trying to run around and away from the tackle, and he's brought down, and a loss of, looks like 4 or 5 on that play. Back to the
well, they
39.
know he's going to keep it every time.
You would think. So a loss of 4 or 5 on the play. Brings it 4th down.
Yeah, they've got him figured out.
And but you still got to respect that pitch.
Yeah.
Looks like they're respecting the lanes. And it's 4th and 8. Now they're gonna go.
Well, they don't have much choice.
Again out of the pistol. Back to pass. Nope. Yep, he's going to set his feet. He's going to be chased down, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Whitney in there to contain him. Elton, and I think Trykoff and Jaden Ryder all in there on the tackle that spun him out of bounds, and a loss on the play over on downs. Highclimbers short field, starting out on the 37. .6:33 to go, third quarter, 17-0. Shelton with the lead in the ball. Goose is going to go out of the gun. Fuller in the backfield. Menifee and Trykoff in the near side. Overloading the near side. Going to hand off to Fuller. Fuller cuts it up the middle, runs into a couple of guys. Got 2 to the 35.
Yeah, he get it 2 yards.
Yeah.
Okay.
2nd and 8. 6:15 to go, third quarter. Clock is running. I think this is what you want to do if you're the Highclimbers. You got a lead, you want to run it down. Especially with the Warriors as explosive as they can be. And we have a flag go flying.
Could be delay. I don't know.
No, it's a sideline warning on the Warriors. They're just a couple of guys over that yellow line.
And they've been enforcing that this year.
Yeah, they have. Well, that's their first warning.
But
and the next time it's 5 yards. So 2nd and 8 for the Highclimbers. Goose bobbled it. He's got a guy in his face and he avoids him. He's going to run up the sidelines, run out of bounds after they
nice
got
run.
The first down. I think Goose was coming up here for a interview, Jerry. He was over on the track, almost on the end of the track, after they were being run out of bounds. I think we have a flag. Oh, block in the back from the Highclimbers. Wow. So that'll turn a 2nd and 8, well, a potential first down, into a 2nd and 18.
Negates a nice run.
Well, the block in the back, they're saying, started at the 30. Wait a minute.
So is that 5 yards from the...
I guess it's where he went out of bounds. That's a 10-yard penalty from where he went out of bounds.
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming. So it's 2nd and 4 from the 30. Out of the gun goes Goose. Handed off to Fuller. Fuller makes one guy, can't pull him down, and he fights his way near the 25, maybe the 26 is where he's going to be dropped. That should be very close to first down. It is.
Good effort by Fuller.
He was stopped, and they weren't bringing him down, and he just decided to keep going.
Nice effort.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 27. Oh, Wildcat. Fuller gets the ball on the snap. Hands it off to Ellerton. Ellerton reversing his field, trying to fight his way at, probably 3-4 yards. Trying to mix this up out of the Wildcat, Jerry. Misdirection or what have you. Yeah, give him
5.
Yeah, give him 5. Call it 2nd and 5. Ball is at the 22, I believe. Hard to see from here. Goose back in there and goes out of the gun. Actually, it's a pistol. Hand off to Fuller. Fuller, big spurt at the line of scrimmage, then the hole closes quickly. And he will be down inside the 20 at the 19. So what, 7-yard pickup?
No, a gain of about 4.
4, yeah, that means 3rd and 1. You're right, Jerry. Do the math. Ball is at the 17, it looks like. 3rd and 1 for Shelton. Back in the Wildcat. And a quick handoff again to Ellerton. Ellerton up the middle, pushing the pile. Fighting inside the 10. He's keep going. The Highclimbers say touchdown. The referees say touchdown.
So we're looking at a 19-yard touchdown run. What an effort.
That was stopped, Jerry.
I know he was. Yeah, he was.
How do you turn that into points? Sure effort?
It's been a sure effort by him and Fuller on their carries.
So it's 23-0 now, 4:10 to go, third quarter. Kaiser on to kick the point after. Dudley the holder. Spot is on target, kick is up, and it is good. 24-0, Jerry.
Yeah, he's 3 for 3 now. What do we got? We got a
penalty. I don't even know. It's probably some extracurricular stuff going on. And whatever they do, they'll do it on the kickoff. Unsportsmanlike on Rochester. Wow. It's going to be 15 yards assessed on the kickoff. We'll take a moment here and remind you that Mason Health is partnering with Curative to provide no-cost shallow nasal COVID-19 testing. Testing kiosk is located outside 237 Professional Way in Shelton. Kiosk hours are 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays. Testing is available by walk-up or appointment. Test results are delivered electronically within 24 to 48 hours. Schedule an appointment at curative.com. You can find a link in the upper left-hand corner of masonwebtv.com. If you have any questions about COVID-19 symptoms, vaccines, or testing, please contact your provider's office. Jerry.
Well, we're seeing a lot of frustration right now on the part of Rochester. You know, Rochester came into this game 3-0, and I think was expecting tonight to play well against Shelton, although Shelton played a very good game last week against Centralia.
Right.
So we really didn't know what to expect tonight from Rochester, even though they were 3-0.
3-0, and other than the Black Hills game, it was pretty easy for them.
Yeah. And they played that game just like we did in the storm last Friday night. I was just talking to the gentleman over here, and he said that their game did not get started till 8:30.
8:30?
They played the second game of a back-to-back behind Tumwater.
Wow. Yeah, I saw it scheduled for 8. I thought that was interesting. But those double headers?
We know those don't start on time.
Well, they didn't assess that penalty, Jerry. I'm not sure why. I guess it was declined. Here comes Betts, and he'll get up to the 30, picking it up about the 10. So they must have declined that penalty, Jerry. Or was it offsetting? I didn't notice.
Well, I know that the coach for Rochester was out there on the field asking the officials what the call was. So, yeah, I'm just not going to mark it down.
Well, if it was declined, that's true.
Nice return by Betts, I think.
Yeah.
About 20 yards,
Yeah, he's
quick.
Right, he's at the 30, 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
I'm surprised they're not letting him run more.
Well, I think everybody expects the ball to go in his hands. Betts will go wide to the far side by himself, 2 receivers near side. Out of the pistol goes Haas. Kornstrom dropped the ball. The ball picked up, and Haas has nowhere to go. A little slow reaction from the Highclimbers there, and the ball was on the ground. They didn't expect it.
Loss of 3 on the play.
Ball back inside the 30 to the 27. 2nd and 13.
Boy, the Highclimbers have really contained the quarterback this quarter. They've dropped him 3 times for 3 losses, last 3 carries he's had.
So again, out of the pistol, Betts comes wide near side by himself, right there. Back to pass, short drop, throws it to Betts. Betts tackled immediately after the catch, and that's Heising with the tackle. And that gets the ball up to the 35, brings up 3rd and 5 for Rochester.
About a 9-yard pass. Of course, Betts has been the favorite receiver of the quarterback.
Well, you're expecting him to break that initial tackle.
Yeah, Betts has caught 3 passes so far, but nothing long. 2 longest passes have been for 9 yards each.
He'll go wide to the far side by himself, 2 receivers near side, and out of the pistol goes Haas. Back to pass he goes. He's looking for Betts. He throws for Betts. It's too high off his hands, incomplete. That brings up 4th and 5.
Good defense on the part of number 36 for us.
That's Cameron Heising.
Yeah.
Had a great game against Centralia. Or was it White River? It was White River he had the breakout game. Because when we didn't know how to pronounce his name, he was wearing a different number than what we had on the screen, on the sheet.
That was the first incomplete pass for the Rochester quarterback. He's 4 for 5.
So 4th and 5, and we have a timeout on the field. Rochester takes first timeout out of the half, 2:35 to go third. We'll take a timeout ourselves. We'll be right back.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
Fourth and 5 for Rochester. 2:35 to go, third quarter.
Well, you're absolutely correct. Shelton's doing a good job of just keeping the ball on the ground, running the clock down.
So out of the pistol go Haas. Back to pass, goes long. Defender fell down, he's complete to Betts. And Betts up the far sideline, and he's gonna score.
Well, you knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, you did. You kind of felt it. And Heising was on the coverage, and he slipped, and that gave Betts just enough cushion.
65-yard pass completion.
And that was what Coach Smith talked about in his interview, is fourth down, and the other team scores on fourth down. That's the way it has been the last 3 games now. Centralia got their only touchdown last week on a fourth down play. White River got all 3 of their touchdowns on a fourth down play.
Good point, good observation.
And that's what the coach is really trying to emphasize, and it happened again. 2:27 to go in the third quarter, and it looks like they're going to go for 2. Are the Warriors. This is very interesting. Where is the quarterback? Oh, it's a wildcat direct to Haas, or sorry, tried to Betts. Betts slips a tackle, and he's dropped just shy. Did he get in?
Boy,
was that good or not? I haven't seen an official. It is 2 points. All right.
What a second effort.
Yeah.
He looked like he was down.
He did. But that's just the way Betts is.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing mano here today. So it's now 24-8, 2:27 to go, third quarter. After the 2-point conversion.
He kind of reminds me of the runner from White River. That was very shifty.
Right. Plaster, yeah.
Yeah. Same.
Well, and Plaster did get to the end zone 3 times against the Highclimbers and on 3 plays 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, very shifty.
Well, again,
and fast.
Very fast, and this is what the Highclimbers have to worry about, is the explosive back in the backfield.
And it was a nice arm, too. I mean, 65-yard.
Catch and run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Vasquez has it teed up, or he's going to tee it up here at the 40. Highclimbers. They've got Elton back on the far side from our position. Stewart on the near side. I'm expecting some sort of short kick or even an onside at this point, Jerry.
Yeah, good point. I'm sure Shelton's aware of this.
And there is the run-up and the kick. He did. No, they're going to get a quick little offsides there. And a false start.
Yeah. And it has to go 10 yards.
Right. And that's where the Highclimbers set up, is at 10 yards, actually about 11. Now we're going to go 5 yards back, and they're going to do it again. Or is this time you kick it deep? So from the 35 this time.
You know, they say the statistics on recovering an onside like this is 1 out of 10. So the chances are not good.
Highclimbers are waiting for it. And here we go. This time they're going to kick it deep. Stewart will pick it up at the 15. Got a lot of running room to the 30, 35, and he's dropped at the 40.
Yeah, 25-yard return.
There's a lot of
by Stewart.
A lot of energy out there, Jerry. A lot of pushing and shoving away from the play. So it's going to be spotted just shy of the 40 at the 39.
Yeah, Stewart's had 2 nice returns, one for 33 yards and one for 25.
And we're going to have a... Oh, we got to get the
tee?
The tee off the field. That's what we had a stoppage there. I thought we were going to get a timeout, but Goose is going to go out of the gun. Fuller in the backfield. He's got 2 receivers on that far side. Hand off to Fuller. Blasting in there are a couple of Warriors led by number 32, and that's Landon Conradi.
About a 6-yard loss.
Yeah, back to the 35.
The Rochester defensive line has played a little bit better this half. I would say much better.
Goose will go out of the gun again. He's got a receiver wide on each side. Fuller in the backfield with him. Makowitz moved. No, that wasn't Makowitz anyways. Somebody flinched just a little bit, and the Highclimbers are all of a sudden going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Now we have 2nd and 20, battle back at the 30-yard line. Actually, it's going to be 19. They have to get up to the 49 for the first down.
Well, passing situation.
Goose out of the gun. Same formation as last time for a corner blitz. Back to pass goes Goose. Gonna look, and he's gonna toss it down. He's got Menifee. Oh, just out of his reach, incomplete. And no flag.
Good defense on the part of number 1.
That's Ashton Rodriguez. Step for step with Menifee.
Yeah, he was.
And just a little bit out of reach. And that brings up 3rd and 19.
Yeah, Menifee has caught 4 passes already this game. Goose is 5 for 9 so far in his passing.
Leeson comes wide near side. It's Trikoff and Menifee wide far side. Out of the pistol goes Goose. Gonna dump it off to Dixon. Dixon, his first touch, and he slipped up at the 35, and just hit the ground. That turf monster there.
But there is a penalty.
Oh, there's a penalty in the backfield. Oops.
Yeah.
It's going to go on the Highclimbers. I think they're going to decline it and bring up 4th down. It was a hold on Shelton, and it was declined. So they'll take the play as Dixon was dropped to the 35, and he's 14 yards short of the first down, and it's a punting situation for the Highclimbers, and Stewart's back in there to boot it away. So what do you do, Jerry? Just keep it away from Betts? That's kind of hard to do.
As much as you can.
Yeah, Betts is back at his 25 waiting for this punt from Stewart. Stewart's been under some duress most of the night. He's gotten some beautiful punts away. Oh, he bobbled that one. Look out. Stewart, he's going to run. He's got some running room. Oh, he's going to be dropped at the 42, 43-yard line, and that'll go over on downs. That was he just slipped out of his hands, and he couldn't boot it away, and he had to run for something.
He gained probably 9 yards on that, but that's regardless.
Yeah. Rochester gets the ball back on the Highclimber 42-yard line. 1st and 10 with 53.9 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter, trailing 24-8. Student body for Rochester's on their feet over there, Jerry. Betts goes wide to the far side. Haas will go out of the pistol. Hornstrom behind him. 2 receivers on the near side. Back to pass goes Haas looking for Betts. He's going to be flushed out. He's going to slip a tackle. He's still being chased. He's going to still try to find a way to get something out of nothing, and he's not going down at all. And the ball comes out at the last minute, but they're going to say forward progress stopped about 48 and a loss of about 10, Jerry.
Boy, at least.
Ball actually going to mark it at 48. That's a loss of
12.
12, yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah, 12. They've got him on a lot of losses. Matter of fact, his last 4 times he's had big loss. Well, that's the biggest loss, but last 4 carries were losses.
Here's the triple receiver set with Betts. The closest man out of the pistol goes Hawes. Go back to pass, scans over. Quarter runs out, and down goes Hawes. Good tackle by Carter Whitney. Is that right? Yeah, Carter Whitney knocked him down at the end of the third quarter. And that'll be a big stretch for the Warriors to come up as we head to the fourth quarter. And as we're got a moment here. Well, the Shelton Highclimber Football Booster Club has a very informative website, sheltonhighclimbersfootball.com. You can find rosters, team records, fundraising efforts, sponsorship opportunities, and information on the Booster Club's golf scramble, just to name a few. That's sheltonhighclimbersfootball.com.
And all that money that is raised by the Booster Club, which is very active, goes to providing food, meals for the coaches and players, and equipment.
Right. And the bus drivers, don't forget the bus
That's
drivers
right.
get a meal
That's
too.
right.
2 buses out here in the parking lot from Shelton.
Yeah, my hat's off to the Booster Club. I mean, they're fantastic.
Yeah, and we're giving this information as a public service. They did help us with the broadcast last season. And we're giving them an extra bonus this season just because they are the Booster Club and they deserve recognition.
Oh, they do. At the home games, they're selling sweatshirts. Check out their booth.
You'd think we rehearsed this, but we did not. So a third down, and let's see here. 10, 20, almost 30 yards, Jerry. Ball back at their own 40. They have to get to the 32 of Highclimbers for first down. So third down for Rochester. Out of the pistol, low snap. Here comes Hawes trying to bust in. It's thrown over to Betts. Betts has a screen, but the Highclimbers knock him down after about a 5-yard pickup, maybe 4. About the 44, and it's fourth down.
And who is that pass to?
Number 3, Betts.
Oh, yeah. Why did I ask?
Well, one of these days they'll throw it to somebody else, and you'll be surprised.
Well,
It's fourth down and about 20.
Well, they're going to go for it.
Oh, yes. That's the one thing that Coach Smith said in his pregame interview, that in all the film in 3 games that he watched, they didn't punt once. And they've punted, twice tonight? Early in the first half?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So fourth down.
Normally this would definitely be a punting situation.
Yeah, it's fourth and about 23. Haas is going to go out of the pistol, 3 receivers far side. Back to pass he goes, and he's in trouble, and he slips another tackle, and he's going to throw it. It's intercepted. That's Brad Tiller. Tiller tripped up. He just kind of threw it out there hoping that one of his guys would get it, and it's the wrong colored jersey is Bradley Tiller.
That is the second turnover for Rochester. The first one was a fumble recovery by Elton, and this time Tiller on the interception.
And he could have had a lot more on that return, but got maybe 5 yards after he was tripped up, and the Highclimbers start out on the Rochester 33, it looks like. Goose is going out of the pistol.
Well, do you think they're going to keep it on the ground most of the time?
I would imagine, but you never know. They're leading 24-8 with 10:47 to go. Quick handoff to Fuller. Fuller up the middle. Got a lot of running room, and the flag goes flying in. Back near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we know what that's going to be, unfortunately.
More than likely. They're gonna, a little explanation
Yeah.
about holding onto the jersey. So march it back 10 yards.
That's too bad because that negated a nice run by Fuller.
So it brings up 4th and 20 from the 42.
I know you work on that in practice where you got to keep your hands, but.
Out of the pistol goes Goose. Hand it off to Fuller. Fuller around the outside. Yeah, got a couple yards to the 39. Give him 4.
Okay.
2nd down and 16 for Shelton.
You know, it's interesting about Fuller. Watching him run, he is always taking his time and looking for that hole.
Again out of the pistol. Little bobble on the snap. Fuller slips one tackle. He's up the middle. Look out, getting to the outside. Can he outrun everybody? Nope, he's going to be dropped down by Ashton Rodriguez. But not after he picked up the first down, Jerry. All the way up. I'm waiting for them to put it down. It looks like the 15.
And the ball was at the
39, I think.
Okay, we're going to give it a 24-yard return or run. Nice run. Longest run of the game for the Highclimbers, 24 yards.
1st and 10 from the 15 for the Highclimbers. Out of the Wildcat, quick snap to Fuller. Fuller hands it off to Elton. Elton's going to score, standing up. Out of the Wildcat, that's a 15-yard strike. And they got 6 of those points back, Jerry. It's now 30-8.
Yeah.
And they'll send Kaiser on to kick the goal, the point after. I'm losing my train of thought here pretty quickly.
That's a 3rd touchdown run for Elton.
9:36 to go in the ball game. It's now 30-8, and Kaiser can make it 31. A lot of pressure. Did he get it in? He did. Thought I saw some flags go flying, but the points do count. Yeah. It's good. Make it 31-8. 9:36 to go.
Yeah.
In the ball game.
Elton's had a 12-yard touchdown run, a 19-yard touchdown run, and a 15-yard touchdown run. And Fuller, of course, had the first touchdown run of the ball game.
The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, proud to be supporters of Highclimber football. Their commitment to Shelton and Mason County is unmatched. If you know anybody that needs to sell or buy real estate, reach out to the Conklin team. They will be honored to help. When it comes to real estate, there's no substitute for local knowledge. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, 360-426-4401, 360-426-4401. So the cushion remains for the Highclimbers. They're leading 31-8. 9:36 remains in the ball game. But we know with Mr. Betts back there, he has the ability to cut this lead down pretty quickly.
Yeah, Shelton's doing the right thing. They're running the ball, and they know they can count on their runners, Elton and Fuller.
Fuller, yeah. So Kaiser is going to tee it up at the 40. Kick it back to the Warriors.
And Elton's having a good running game. This is his best game running this season.
You know, I always miss that Terrell Stewart just waved at the camera, but the camera wasn't on him. He's in the end of the line here. Here's a run up and the kick. It's going to be high, end over end. It's going to hit at the 15 and just go out of bounds at the 5, and that will be
a penalty?
It is a penalty. It's either a 5-yard and kick it again, or they take it at the 40 or the 35.
Yeah, I would think they would take it at the 35, yeah. Thank you for that explanation.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
It's interesting with Betts back there. You'd almost want to make him re-kick, because he's had some decent returns.
Yes, he has.
And he's a speedy guy. But they're going to take the ball at the 35 with a 1st and 10. 9:36 remains in the ball game. See what the Warriors can draw up here. This is a different formation, Jerry. It's an I formation, however. Betts at the tail of the I. They'll fake to him on the rollout and then a throw. It is complete to a guy on the outside. That's number 15, and that is Vasquez. Eric Vasquez, that's a new receiver there. I think he's been targeted once before, Jerry.
Yeah, he has.
So that'll give the Warriors first down in high climber territory at the 49.
You know, the quarterback for Rochester, Hawes, has completed 7 of 8 passes.
Really?
Doing a nice job.
Well, he's been under pressure the last few times he's had the ball, except for that last play out of the I formation. And we got a false start here. Oh, no, that's going to be encroachment on the high climbers, Jerry. So that's 5 yards.
Okay.
So it's first and 5 from the 44.
I know that's one thing that Coach Mark Smith would like to see cut back is the number of penalties.
Right.
And unfortunately, they're on an even keel of what they've had in the past. Around 80 yards of penalties.
So first and 5 from the 44 for the Warriors. Again out of the I formation. Little pitch. This is not Betts, number 5. And he'll be dropped just inside the 40. And that is Bradley Baird on the carry.
It's his first carry. And he got a 9-yard...
4-yard carry.
C.
It was from the 40.
Because of the penalty.
Because
of the penalty. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
You were thinking. But
not,
it's second
not well,
and
not
1.
Well.
Second
not well.
and 1. Then out of the I again. This time it's a pitch to Betts. The toss sweep to the left, and he'll spin easily for the first down inside the 35 to about the 33. 8:45 to go in the ball game. Clock will start right back up after they set the chains. Actually, that was a really quick start.
I'm surprised they're not giving it to Betts more.
Well,
I know that he is a good receiver. Obviously, we've seen that.
Got to mix it up a little bit. Can't keep giving it to number 3.
But he hasn't carried it that many times. I'm surprised.
They'll come to the ball with 8:17 and counting in the game. Haas goes under center and out of that I call this a power I because there's another blocker back there. And it's a handoff. It's going to be a play action, and it's going to be complete to Betts. Betts up the sidelines, cuts it up the middle. And he's going to make it in now. He's going to get inside the 10 where he's drawn down right at the 11. So they'll mark him down. That was pretty shifty there, Jerry.
Yes, it was.
We were expecting more of a run, and it was a little double play action.
23 yards.
And we have a timeout.
Is that a pass play, of course?
Yes, it is. A timeout of the Highclimbers. Just under 8 minutes remaining. More to bring them in and try to explain us, so get them back on the same page. Mason Health is partnering with Curative to provide no-cost shallow nasal COVID-19 testing. Testing kiosk is located outside 237 Professional Way in Shelton. Kiosk hours are 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays. Testing is available by walk-up or appointment. Test results are delivered electronically within 24 to 48 hours. Schedule an appointment at curative.com. You can find a link in the upper left-hand corner of masonwebtv.com. If you have any questions about COVID-19, symptoms, vaccines, or testing, please contact your provider's office.
Yeah, Betts has caught 6 passes for 110 yards so far. And that was, the completion rate is great, 8 for 9.
So first and 10 from the 11 for the Warriors. Haas is going back under center, and that I formation has been very effective, especially late. Little pitch to Betts. Betts put his knee down. He just slipped and put his knee down. He had a lot of running room in front of him. He was very unhappy about that, Jerry. I would be too.
Yeah, it looks like he lost a couple yards on that play.
Looks like he lost 2. Just, it's that, I'm going to call it turf monster again, Jerry.
Yeah.
But it is a natural grass field, and it's not cut very close. It's pretty long out there. And you think a long grass field would slow down the speed. There goes Haas again out of the eye. Another play action. And, wide open in the end zone. Number 12 with the reception, Jerry. That's Garin Smith. Breakdown in coverage there.
And that was how many yards? 15?
12.
12.
13, sorry.
13. 9 for 10 in the air game.
So it's now 31-14. 7-13 remains in the ball game, and the Warriors are going to go for 2. Highclimbers did almost everything right but cover every receiver. They had Haas, and he was going down, and he managed to find a guy in the end zone. Haas is going to go out of the pistol. 3 receivers set, 3 to the near side. Low snap, Haas on the rollout. A ball comes out, and that'll end that 2-point try. It's too bad you can't scoop it up and score because Makowitz had a ball. But that only happens in the pros on the 2-point try. So 31-14 is where we sit. 7-13 remains in the ball game.
Well, Shelton's done a good job tonight of containing the run. But they're having a tough time right now, especially in the second half of containing the passing game, especially Betts and now number 12 catching that pass for 12 yards. So
just so a programming note for everybody, tomorrow afternoon, North Mason football team will be taking on Kingston at 1:30 at Phil Pugh Stadium. Well, we, Mason Web TV, will be on hand for that game. Bring you a play-by-play and a video stream from Phil Pugh Stadium in Belfair. First game for the Bulldogs. Their season has been derailed by COVID.
Yeah.
They just can't seem to catch a break, and I think they'll get a game off tomorrow afternoon at 1:30, and you can watch it here on Mason Web TV. Powered by HCC. Here's the onside kick attempt again. It bounces up, and Makowitz will pick it up at the 40 and return it to the 45. Usually you just wanted to fall on that, don't you?
Yeah.
The Highclimbers have a 1st and 10 from their own 45.
We could give Ryan a credit for having sure hands.
Yeah. Because I'd still be chasing the ball if it were me. 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers on their own 45. 7 minutes, 9 seconds remaining in the ball game, leading at 31-14. Out of the pistol, Goose hands it off to Fuller. Fuller going around the right side, still on his feet and fighting for the first down a little bit more into Warrior territory. At the 43, I believe.
So about a 12-yard run.
Under 7 minutes to go.
And they're going to keep it on the ground.
As much as possible, I'd imagine. There's a handoff again. This is Dixon again. This is his second carry. And he'll push the pile to about the 36. Dixon getting a little running, some time on the field here.
Gain of about 6 on the play. 6 or 7. Let's give him 7.
Okay. 2nd down and 3 from the 36. Dixon again with the handoff. Squirts up the middle. I think he got to the 30. That should be enough for the first down. And it is. Move those chains. Clock stops briefly at 6:16.
Gain of 5 on the play. And that's the 11th first down for the Highclimbers.
2 receivers to the near side for Goose and company. He'll go out of the pistol. Dixon still the back. He'll take it again. Get around the outside. Still on his feet, pushing the pile, and he's stopped about the 25. Bring up 2nd down.
Gain of
6, I
6,
think.
yeah.
Well, 2nd and 4 for the Highclimbers. At the 25.
Doing a good job of milking that clock.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Approaching 5.5 minutes now. And off to Dixon again, working this near side, gets to the outside. He should have the first down. Inside the 20 to about the 19. And Fuller's going to come back into the ball game after getting a nice rest.
Yeah, Dixon picked up 7 yards, 5 yards, 6 yards, 5 yards on those 4 carries.
So Fuller in the backfield with Goose out of the pistol. 2 receivers on the far side. Fuller with a handoff and a big hole that closed quickly around the right side. Give him a couple. Actually, very close to 4. Yeah, spot the ball at the, what is it, the 15? I call it to 2nd and 6. Fuller again trying the opposite side this time. Gets the outside, trying to bounce it, and he's going to be dropped. Stays in bounds, however. Keeps the clock rolling. I don't think he got more than 2, Jerry.
Let's see where they move it. 2 or 3. Let's give him 3.
Okay. Call it 3rd and 3.
It's hard to
gauge
because we're not as high up as we usually are, like at Highclimber Stadium.
Dixon back in there. He'll take the handoff. Working the right side. I'm sorry, the left side. I guess defensively that'd be the right side, but it's the left side. And that'll be 4th down after what looks like maybe no gain. I got 3 or 2. 2. So it's 4th and 1. The Highclimbers are going to go out of the Wildcat, I believe. And they've been pretty successful with this formation, especially off the reverse handoff. And there it goes again. Ellerton needs 1 yard. The flag goes flying in at the end, and Ellerton's still on his feet. He's going to go in for the score, but it's going to come back. As a face mask. Okay, I see the indication. So that is a touchdown, and it looks like a face mask on the Warriors, and they'll decline that. And that'll keep the, that'll keep the touchdown on there. So that's another touchdown, Jerry. That was kind of sneaky.
How many yards?
That's a good question. I'm going to say it was 10.
Yeah.
We'll give it 10. Kaiser on for the point after. We'll correct it after I look at the video later.
And the carry was by Fuller?
Ellerton,
yeah.
So the point after, we're waiting, I think, for a ball. Not we're waiting for the referee to get in his place. Kaiser's on. Getting set. Dudley the holder. There's the snap, little off, and well, that's gonna that had just broke down from the beginning there, Jerry. The snap was a little off.
Yeah.
Dudley was gonna jump up and try to run or pass, and then he saw that Kaiser was in his motion to kick, and that just went from bad to worse. And so that's the first missed extra point. No, they had a blocked extra point a couple weeks ago, didn't they? Highclimbers did, yeah.
But tonight, that's the first one tonight.
First one
tonight they've missed, yeah.
All right. 3:45 remains in the ball game. 37-14 is our score. Highclimbers in control here.
Well, they're doing a great job of keeping the ball on the ground, and we get consistent running from Dixon, from Ellerton, from Fuller, you know. I mean, they're just pounding. That offensive line is opening up some pretty big holes for Shelton.
Skip the wait. I'm sorry, Jerry. Skip the wait at Mason Health's walk-in clinic. Conveniently reserve your appointment through the Mason General website. That's masongeneral.com/clinics/WIC. You can find a link on masonwebtv.com. Just look for the skip the wait ad in the upper right-hand corner. So Kaiser's going to get teed up at the 40 to kick it back to the Warriors. 3:45 to work, and they're trailing by 23, Jerry.
Yeah.
But, you know, you have that...
the thing that's kept Rochester in the game at all has been the quarterback. He's 9 for 10 in the, he is, 9 for 11 in the passing game. And
he had that big touchdown, the last touchdown, was under duress and found the guy open in the end zone.
Yeah, to number 12, yeah.
Kaiser with the kick, and this one's low, and they'll let Betts pick it up at the 20, or try to pick it up at the 20, bobbled it, and then he'll just speed and try to run over a couple of guys and go down. Give him about 8 yards on that return, Jerry, just straight up the middle. But he did that so quickly. It was like a second, and he went from the 20 to the 28.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. Must be a sprinter as well. I'd have to look into that and see if he does some sprinting. Well, the Warriors will start out on their own. Well, they're going to call it the 29.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he plays some basketball.
I don't remember if he's on the team. Hard to say.
I think we played Rochester, once last year? Basketball?
Twice. Well, once at in the mini dome, and
there too?
And here as well. So 1st and 10 from the 29 for the Warriors. Under center goes Hawes. He'll pitch it to Betts. Actually, is that Betts or is it number 5? That is Betts. Squeaked out a yard or two. Give him a yard, 2nd and 9.
Okay.
Got a little spirit war going on across in the coverage stands. Looks like Haas will go out of the pistol, and this 3-receiver set wide to the near side. Hand off to Kornstrom, and he'll get a couple of yards up the middle. See where they put it down. Give him
3.
Yeah, looks like he might have got it. Nah, you're right, 3.
Okay.
Sure. I'm easy. It's like 3rd and 6 coming. Ball's at the 33-yard line. Approaching 2.5 minutes remaining. There's no quitting these Warriors, Jerry. Betts goes in motion out of that triple receiver set. The handoff straight up the middle is Kornstrom. Not much there. Kind of worked the last time. Didn't work this time, but they did get a yard. Brings up 4th and 5. So 4th down and under 2 minutes remaining. And Haas will go out of the pistol again. Oh, boy, there was a little bit of a jump there. Haas is going to lob it out there, and incomplete. Intended for the number 4 that I do not have a name for.
Yeah.
It was incomplete, but there's a flag on the play, so that should be maybe a hold. It might be pass interference. Either way, it should lead to a first down.
I think it's going to be a pass interference.
I didn't see it's a first down either way. Obviously, the defender over there knew he was beat. And they'll mark off the 15, so it's pass interference. Put the ball all the way up to near midfield. Put it at the 49. 1st and 10 for the Warriors with 1:41 remaining in the ball game. They're trailing 37-14. Out of the pistol again goes Haas. 2 receivers near side. Betts, the lone receiver on the far side. Ball dropped down. Haas on the run. He'll lob it up there. And caught on the run is Kornstrom. And he nearly gets 7 yards on that, stumbling and bumbling, and he managed to haul it in. And he'll get to the 44 of the Highclimbers. Oh, we have a flag in the backfield, so it doesn't really matter. That was a great play, individual. Oh, there's 2 flags in the backfield, Cherry.
Oh, boy.
So what's going to be the... Oh, it's on the Highclimbers. It's a face mask and a personal foul. Oh, boy.
Jeez.
So that'll give him...
Oh, no. 30 yards total?
Well, let's see.
Yeah,
it's 15. Yeah, well, might be... That puts the ball all the way up to the 24-yard line. First and 10 for the Warriors, and they are huddled 30 yards behind the line of scrimmage, Jerry. That's quite amazing to me. Got some deep huddles. Centralia did about 15 yards consistently behind the line of scrimmage, and the Warriors have been doing that all night. Haas goes out of the pistol, 2 receivers on each side. Kornstrom, they're going to dump it off to number 7, and he's got it complete and run out of bounds. Number 7 is Max Mabob.
And that's a 9th first down for Rochester.
Actually, he didn't get the first down.
He didn't.
He did not. He's run out of bounds about the 16. So give him an 8-yard pickup. Nah, it seems like.
But 10 for 12 in the passing game.
It's like 2nd and 3 for the Warriors. 1:24 remains in the ball game. Again out of the pistol. High snap. Haas handles it well. Looking for the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for Betts.
That's only the 3rd incomplete pass for Rochester.
Brings it 3rd and 3. From about the 16-yard line.
Yeah.
.118 remains in the ball game. It'd be nice to see the Warriors get into the end zone one more time. He'll send them wide, 3 wide to the far side. And out of the pistol, and people go jumping around. It's going to be a false start on the Warriors. Marching back 5. Make it 3rd and 8. About the 22. Back to pass again. He's going to step up. He's looking to throw. He lost the ball. Highclimbers fall on it. Ball just dropped out of his hands, or it was stripped, and Elton comes away with it, and the Highclimbers get the ball back.
And that's a 3rd turnover. Two
fumbles and an interception.
Yep.
And Elton had 2 fumble recoveries, is that right? Because Tiller had the interception.
Yeah, Elton had the first fumble.
And this one, Elton had the second. So the Highclimbers will start out on their own 25 with 1:10 remaining in the ball game.
Probably just took a knee.
Yeah, looks like they're going to run a play here. Haskins is way back in the deep. I think you're right. They're going to take the knee. Haskins takes about a 10-yard cushion, and Goose just took the knee, asking the crowd that's here to make some noise. Did lose a couple of yards on that play, about 5. So it'll be 2nd and 15 from the 20. But the clock is running and we'll get one more knee, I think, Jerry. So you really add those to the offensive totals or subtract those from the offensive totals?
I don't.
Yeah, because it is just a knee. Victory formation, as they call it. And there's the snap and the knee. And that should pretty much do it for the ball game. 37-14, the final score, as soon as the clock goes down to 000. So we'll take another timeout. We'll be back and we'll wrap up this broadcast. 37-14, the final score. Shelton knocks off the undefeated Rochester Warriors. And the Warriors home field tonight by that score, 37-14. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live high school sports broadcasts in Mason County. Join us every week this school year for another exciting game. If you want to be part of future broadcasts, contact Mason Web TV right now and become a community broadcast partner. A simple phone call, text, or email can put you in the next broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Mason Health is partnering with Curative to provide no-cost shallow nasal COVID-19 testing. A testing kiosk is located outside 237 Professional Way in Shelton. Kiosk hours are 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays. Testing is available by walk-up or appointment. Test results are delivered electronically within 24 to 48 hours. Schedule an appointment at curative.com. You can find a link in the upper left-hand corner of masonwebtv.com. If you have any questions about COVID-19, symptoms, vaccines, or testing, please contact your provider's office.
This changes everything. Next TV is here. It's the full-featured digital TV service delivered to your smart TV or connected devices by fast, reliable Hood Canal fiber internet. Record your favorites on a cloud DVR, then watch from anywhere. Pause and rewind live TV, restart or replay shows you've missed, and more. Call or click hcc.net for a special offer on Next TV today.
Well, it's a final here in Rochester. 37-14 the final. The Highclimbers make it 2 in a row. 2 Evergreen Conference wins in a row. Rochester had a 3-0 record coming in. They dropped to 3-1. Highclimbers, well, they return home next week to Jack Stark Field at Highclimber Stadium to take on WF West. And that is a homecoming game. We'll be on hand for that game. The Warriors, they continue their homestand next week, taking on Centralia. There's something I was going to bring up earlier in the broadcast, but got distracted. Our friend Lim Elway coached Rochester in 2004. He had a 3-6 record as Warriors head coach for that year. Jerry, are you ready, or can I do another spot break?
Why don't you do one more spot break?
Okay, well, this is a very important spot break, and we will be right back with Mr. Apple in just a moment.
The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, proud to be supporters of Highclimber football. Their commitment to Shelton and Mason County is unmatched. If you know anybody that needs to sell or buy real estate, reach out to the Conklin team. They will be honored to help. When it comes to real estate, there is no substitute for local knowledge. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate in Shelton, 360-426-4401. That's 360-426-4401.
Okay, Jerry.
All right.
You got one more thing to do there?
Nope, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Go ahead.
For Rochester, they had 9 first downs. They were 11 for 14 in the passing game. They completed 111 passes, caught for 146 yards. Haas did a pretty good job tonight throwing the ball, I thought. He was rushed a lot, as was evident when they got him in the backfield a lot of times. But he did deliver 11 for 14, which is pretty good. And, of course, his favorite receiver was number 3, Betts, who caught 110 yards in passes. He was caught 6 passes for 110. The running game was not so good for Rochester tonight. They got a total of 69 yards, 50 yards in the second half. So they did a little better in the second half in the running game. But if you add the 146 yards they had in the air and the 69 yards on the ground, they had a total of 213 yards. Penalty-wise, they had 9 penalties for 80 yards. Rodriguez had a nice kickoff return of 27 yards. Betts had a 65-yard touchdown pass. Then Betts, of course, made the 2-point point after attempt on a nice attempt. He wouldn't go down. And then a 12-yard pass to number 12 from Haas. As far as Rochester's concerned, I would definitely say that the two best players out there are my players of the game would be Haas and Betts.
Okay.
For Shelton, we had 12 first downs. They were 6 for 11. Mason Goose passed for, let's see. Did they catch a pass in the second half? I don't think they did.
I don't think they did either.
No.
I think
no.
you're right there.
Yeah, they didn't. But they did such a good job of running the clock down in the second half. They did a great job. They had 100 and let's see. Wow. Gotta get the figures here. I want to say that they had a total. They had a total of 303 yards, and 207 of those were on the ground. And of course, the first half they had 96 yards in the air. And of course, the favorite receiver was number 3, Gabriel Menifee. He caught 4 passes for 96 yards. Dominic Dixon caught a pass for 8 yards, and number 23, Fuller, caught a pass for 5 yards. The penalty situation, 105 yards, 10 penalties. Unfortunately, they got those 2 penalties at the very end for unsportsmanlike conduct, and that added 30 to what they initially had of 75 yards. So 10 penalties for 105 yards. On the scoring end, 2-yard touchdown run by Fuller, 12-yard touchdown run by Ellerton, a 24-yard field goal by Kaiser, a 19-yard touchdown run by Ellerton, and a 15-yard run by Ellerton, and Ellerton on a 10-yard run.
Touchdown, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one we didn't really know where it started because it was running
Yeah.
on that end to our left.
4 touchdown runs tonight for Ellerton.
Yeah.
Wow. That is great. And the point after attempts were pretty good.
The last one was not good.
Yeah, the last one was not good. No.
But yeah.
And let's see, we had a 33-yard return and a 25-yard return by Fuller. So, and on the defense, boy, obviously Shelton controlled both lines tonight, the line of scrimmage. But you heard the name Whitney 3 times.